What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE thinks Bray Wyatt deserved to be fired, insane cancel idea for Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch breaks character in an emotional way, Triple H wanted a racially insensitive comment in a WWE promo, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Bray Wyatt deserved to be fired from the WWE. Now our first story today looks at the backstage reaction to Bray Wyatt's shocking release in the summer of this year. Ringside News posted an exclusive report yesterday that stated that a source within WWE informed that Bray deserved to be fired. The report stated, "Not being an apologist or a WWE defender, just telling you like it is. If you are running a business and Wyndham was on your payroll, you'd release him too. Between his backstage antics and the way he handled himself when making millions and millions while medically flagged, he really deserved to be released." Now this may come as a surprise to fans as Bray seemed to be rather well liked backstage, but unfortunately that doesn't appear to be the case. It was reported a number of weeks ago that the top WWE officials had an issue with Bray's physique, and this actually contributed to the former WWE champion being released from the company. However, our next story looks at Bray Wyatt to reveal all. Now once fans on Twitter had shared around the exclusive report from Ringside News, Bray Wyatt himself took to social media to chime in. Bray would respond to the report by tweeting, "Now that we have Johnny and Bruce's opinion, I would like to share mine too," obviously referring to John Laurinaitis and Bruce Pritchard. Bray's 90-day non-compete clause was up a number of days ago, and Bray is now free to wrestle in any company he wishes. It was reported that Bray had a number of offers, including a substantial offer from Impact Wrestling, as well as offers from outside of the world of pro wrestling, as it appears as if Bray has offers from top Hollywood agencies, so it looked like he may be venturing out beyond the squared circle. What would you guys like to see Bray do next? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, an insane cancel idea for Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. Now whilst we're on the topic of Bray Wyatt, he was without a doubt one of the most interesting characters in all of WWE. One of the things that made the most recent incarnation of Bray so compelling was the sheer amount of characters that were tied to his own character. There were a number of characters involved with the Firefly Funhouse segments, and believe it or not, there were actually plans to bring these to life. Tattoo artist Kyle S. Scarborough was heavily involved in the creation of Bray's mask for his Fiend character, and according to Scarborough, WWE were planning on bringing all the characters on the Firefly Funhouse to life. Scarborough took to Twitter to share some concept art for one of the characters, and it's safe to say that it would have been amazing to see it unfold on WWE programming. Scarborough posted the exciting concept art along with his tweet. Fun fact, the WWE wanted to bring the Firefly Funhouse alive, but Wyndham would only do it if he played the characters himself. Only one was mocked up, and this would have been the concept for Firefly Funhouse Huskers. It was hinted but ultimately shelved. Scarborough also revealed that there were plans for Alexa Bliss to debut a mask to go along with her character. He shared the exciting concept art images of both the mask that Bliss was going to wear as well as the makeup that Bliss's dark persona was going to use as part of her in-ring appearance. They really look cool, and I really wish WWE actually went ahead with this. What do you guys think? Should they have done it? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Bronson Reed to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Bronson Reed's release from WWE in August came as a huge surprise. Bronson had just finished a run as a North American champion, and he looked set for a main roster call-up. Unfortunately, when Reed appeared on a dark match for the main roster, WWE Chairman Vince McMahon wasn't impressed with what he saw, and Reed was released accordingly. According to a report by Fightful, there is major interest from New Japan Pro Wrestling in signing Reed to a contract. In the report, Sean Ross Sapp states that Fightful has learned that Bronson Reed, who is going by his previous moniker of Jonah Rock, has some major interest from multiple top wrestling companies. Sources within the company have indicated that New Japan Pro Wrestling has made a big play to gain Jonah Rock's services. In the report, Sapp also details how there's interest from Impact Wrestling in signing him, however Sapp doesn't comment on where Reed is likely to end up. Next up, Becky Lynch breaks character in an emotional way. Becky Lynch has been the top heel in the WWE's women's division since her return at SummerSlam this year. Although fans had reservations in relation to Becky being a heel, she's done a fantastic job so far, and her feud with Bianca Belair has been a true highlight of recent WWE programming. Although Becky is currently a heel on television, this hasn't stopped her from being one of the most popular WWE stars in the entire company and one of the most popular female talents of all time. During a recent autograph signing, Becky decided to break character for a fan who couldn't contain their emotion. The young female fan broke down in tears as she was about to meet her hero, and this led to Becky giving the fan a huge warm embrace. Becky would then spend a minute chatting to the fan to make her at ease before posing with the fan for a photo. Amazingly, Becky even let the fan hold her Raw Women's title. This will be a moment that the young fan will never forget, and fans have been praising the behavior of Becky for showing true class in how she treated the young fan. Becky is set to defend a Raw Women's title tomorrow on Raw against Bianca Belair in what is set to be a huge showdown between the two arch rivals. Next up, Rey Mysterio wore a mask in WWE due to Vince McMahon's request. Rey Mysterio recently revealed how his WWE debut could have gone extremely different. According to Mysterio during an interview with Graham Matthews from Bleacher Report, he had no plans initially to wear a mask when he debuted in the WWE in 2002. Mysterio stopped wearing a mask towards the later years of WCW, and he was going to continue this tradition on. However, it was WWE Chairman Vince McMahon who insisted that Mysterio wear his iconic mask for his WWE debut. Mysterio revealed it was actually WWE who brought that up, or in this case Vince McMahon. I was doing my training a week prior to my debut and I was in OVW. I forgot who approached me at the time, but they said, the company wants to know what type of ring attire you're going to use for next week. I said, what I've been using. I was using the Scott Steiner Big Papa Pump chain around the head, like a gladiator chain, and a vest that went along with it. Baggy pants. They were like, where's the mask? I said, I haven't been wrestling with the mask. No. Vince wants you to see you with the mask. Vince without question made the right decision, as Mysterio would go on to have a legendary WWE career and his mask would become synonymous with his greatness. And finally, Triple H wanted a racially insensitive comment in the WWE promo. Zeb Coulter is most known to WWE fans for his time managing both Cesaro and Jack Swagger in WWE. Coulter's gimmick was a pro-American, anti-immigration heel character who certainly pushed the boundaries in terms of how far the WWE could take a character of that nature. But according to Coulter, there was one comment in a promo that he outright didn't want to say. Coulter stated that Triple H wanted him to say the line affirmative action during a promo exchange with the primetime players. Whilst appearing on Smack Talk, Coulter would go into detail in relation to the interaction he had with Triple H and stated, Zeb Coulter was supposed to be the right-wing radical, but the way I was doing my interviews, it made sense and a lot of people were agreeing with me. They wanted me to go out one time and I was talking to Titus and Darren Young. WWE management wanted me to say that what I got against them is affirmative action. And I went, guys, I don't want to say that. They said, oh yeah, that's what they want you to say. I asked why. I said, I guarantee you when you go out there and I say that, now I'm racializing. I'm just making Zeb Coulter a straight out racist. They said, we'll do this. And then when I went to Triple H and said, hey man, you're gonna kill this character. And he did say this. Okay, say it. If they don't respond. The Zeb Coulter character eventually came to an end in WWE, and since his departure in 2016, Coulter has been working on other ventures, including having a brief stint as creative consultant for Impact Wrestling. But there you have it guys, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.